Hi, my name is Vaughan de Swart. I'm a Senior Technical Marketing Architect with VMware. So what we're looking at here is the rack that's driving all of the VMware booth demos, including our Cloud Pavilion, as well as 2 customer rooms outside of Moscone, where we are having one-on-one with our key customers with demos driving from this single rack over here. So let's go through what is in the rack. At the top, we have Extreme switches with 10 gigabit uplinks to the ZeGo. We have running MDS Quad V servers, each having 4 blades in every quad with a total of 20 servers. Each server has 48 gig of memory, quad-core Nehalem, and connected through high-speed 20 gigabit links to the ZeGo, doing all I/O virtualization through these high-speed gigabit links. Further down, we have the Solera NAS storage connected to the CX4 120 storage through fiber channel loopback. The Solera CX4 is connecting back through 10 gigabit iSCSI to the ZeGo I/O Director. As you can see, the ZeGo is the center of this rack, connecting the compute power with the storage down here through highly virtualized I/O and very high speed redundant interconnections. So this year we have a single rack driving 52 demos across the VMworld convention. Last year we had 14 racks with different I/O, different configurations and different server equipment. This caused naturally a lot of unplanned outages and a lot of troubleshooting. So this high-powered rack here can running up to 1,000 virtual machines. We have more power to drive more demos, currently running at 500 virtual machines. So one of the things that we are massively benefiting from is a virtual I/O from the ZeGo Director. A good example is 2 weeks before VMworld, we changed the I/O design from fiber channel to iSCSI. This naturally changed the uplinks from fiber channel HBAs to iSCSI using the software initiator from VMware. To do that, we had to present significant amount of NICs to the ESX host. With the ZeGo, it was a matter of configuring new ports on the ZeGo and moving on to the new design. No new hardware was required at the server level. It's all done by the ZeGo Virtual I/O. By having the Quad Vs in here running Nehalem Quad Core with increased I/O capabilities and running vSphere 4 with its increased I/O capabilities, you need very, very high speed bandwidth coming from your servers to your outside devices. With the ZeGo I/O Director, we have 20 gigabit redundant connections, meaning a total of 40 gigabit of I/O that can come from your high-speed Nehalem servers running vSphere 4. So one thing that the ZeGo help us manage is the scalability of I/O. The way that the ZeGo presents virtual I/O devices to our ESX host, we can truly implement best practices and high bandwidth. In our example, we're running 10 gigabit iSCSI. So at our ESX level, the ZeGo is presenting 4 10 gigabit uplinks for each of our ESX hosts through the ZeGo to our IP-based storage that also has 4 10 gigabit uplinks. That way providing high scalability for our ESX hosts running vSphere 4. So I would like to take you through the back wiring of this rack, showing again how I/O virtualization radically improves cabling in a rack of high compute density, in this case a Quad V. We have here our 2 high-speed connections connecting back down to the ZeGo 1, ZeGo 2, and then from the ZeGo we have high-speed connections over here and here, connecting back down to our storage and up back again to our switches to provide endpoint connectivity. From this example, you can see how clean the cabling is. Previously, you would need to have, in this rack, with our 12 10 gigabit uplinks, there would have been 12 cables coming out of this server. You can clearly see just 2 high-speed interconnects, fully utilized, highly available through 2 independent, high available ZeGos. So one thing that Virtual I/O helps us provide is immense flexibility to build out the cloud. In this booth here, we have over 20 demos, all unique requirements running from the single rack proving its immense flexibility to be the building block of the cloud for the future.